Hello everyone and welcome to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at mixed numbers and improper fractions. We're going to say, which one's bigger, which one's smaller. We're going to use inequality symbols. Just a reminder, this is the short version of the video. So if, we're going to go pretty quickly here. If you would like a longer, more in-depth lesson, the full lesson, I will link that in the description below. Before attempting this lesson, you should already know how to compare decimals with inequalities. So if you need a refresher on that, I will link that in the description below. All right, so let's take a look at this problem here. The problem is in the top right here. It says, which sign makes the statement true? Okay, and it wants to know which one's bigger, which one's smaller, or if they're equal, okay? And so there are a couple ways you can do this. You can do this in your head, by hand, calculator. I'm gonna use the calculator here. Step one says change the decimals to fractions. The way you do that is you can use your calculator, by hand or head, like I said, but I'm going to use 4 divided by 5, so I'm just typing the fraction part. So this in a fraction is 6.8. Okay, so you type just the fraction part, and remember a fraction part just means divide, and then this would be 6.5. And so then step 2 is compare the decimals. That's what we learned in the previous video, and so we should, you can use place value or however you want to do it, but when you compare those, we should know that 6.8 is bigger, so the inequality should go this direction. For this one, they give you an improper fraction, and so, but we still do it the same way, right? This one would be a little bit harder to do in your head, but 867 divided by 10 is 86.7. Oops. And so this is 86.7, this is 86.75, and obviously 86.75 is bigger, okay? And for this one, problem is worded a little bit differently, but it says which numbers are between 3 and 7/10 and 9 and 5/8, okay? So you can convert them all to decimals. I would say that right off the bat, we should be able to say that this answer, this last answer is incorrect, because it says which numbers are between 3 and 9, basically, right? Between 3 and 9, and 2 is obviously lower, so that does not work. And then if we convert all these to decimals, so this would be 3.7, this would be 9.625, and then this would be 3.9, 3.2, 3.5. And so which ones are between? This works. This does not work. This does not work. Okay, so only one right answer here. A little tricky because it says which numbers, but there's only one right answer here. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to try these two problems on your own, see if you got it. Go ahead and pause the video and give these a shot, and when you are ready to check your answers, go ahead and unpause the video. Okay, now that you've had a chance to work these two problems, let's take a look at your solutions. For the first problem, when you converted things to decimals, this is 13.3. 53, this is 13.25. This is 13.1 repeating. I'm going to put the line above it to mean repeating. This is 13.75. And I'm not going to convert the last one, 14 and 3 over 6, because it said which numbers are less than 13. Well, 14 is obviously not less than, so that's too big already. All right, and so for this one, 13.25 is good, 13.1 is also good, 13.75 does not work. For the bottom problem, this is 94.18. The 18 is repeating. This is 94.2, and so the bigger number here is the 94.2, so this is the correct answer. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.